Good day everyone, I'm Arav. Today, we're heading into the heart of the Indian Himalayas, a realm of staggering beauty and raw power. These aren't just mountains, they're living giants that have inspired humanity for millennia. We'll explore 10 breathtaking wonders, from mystical lakes to ancient monasteries. So close your eyes, imagine the biting wind, the crunch of snow, and the peaks towering above. The Himalayas are calling. Let's answer. Our first stop is the breathtaking Valley of Flowers National Park in Uttarakhand, a high-altitude paradise tucked away in the Garhwal Himalayas, where nature paints its most vibrant masterpiece. For just a few months each year, this remote valley bursts into a riot of color as thousands of wildflowers bloom in unison, transforming the landscape into a living, breathing canvas. The journey to reach this hidden gem is not for the faint-hearted. The trek is challenging, winding through dense forests, slippery stone paths, and icy rivers, demanding both stamina and spirit from every adventurer. But every step is worth it. As you climb higher, the air grows cooler and the scenery more magical. Meadows appear, carpeted with hundreds of alpine flowers, blue poppies, primulas, potentillas, each swaying gently in the crisp mountain breeze, their colors more vivid than you could ever imagine. The air is thick with a natural perfume, a heady mix of wildflowers and fresh mountain air. The valley is a sanctuary for rare and endangered flora, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth, making it a botanist's dream and a nature lover's paradise. All around, the mighty peaks of the Himalayas, including the majestic Nanda Devi, rise like ancient guardians. Standing here, you feel incredibly small, yet deeply connected to something timeless and grand, a reminder of nature's enduring power. The journey itself is unforgettable, crossing rickety wooden bridges, sharing stories with fellow trekkers from around the world, and forging bonds that last long after the trek is over. There's a unique camaraderie that comes from facing challenges together in such a spectacular setting. As the sun moves across the sky, the valley's colors shift and change, reminding us that beauty is fleeting and precious. The most memorable moments in life are often those we work hardest for, and the Valley of Flowers is a perfect example of this truth. Standing amidst this natural wonder, you realize that some places are truly worth every ounce of effort. The Valley of Flowers is not just a destination. It's an experience that stays with you forever. Next, Pangong Tso, a surreal high-altitude lake straddling India and Tibet. The journey over Changla Pass is grueling, but the first glimpse of the lake's shifting blues, sapphire, turquoise, lavender, takes your breath away. Silence reigns here, broken only by the lapping water and distant birds. Camping by the shore, you witness the Milky Way blaze across the night sky, and sunrise paints the peaks gold. Pangong teaches perspective. These ancient waters have seen millennia, reminding us how fleeting our worries are. Here, the world's noise fades, leaving only the whispering blue. It's not just a destination. It's a sanctuary for the spirit. From the shimmering blue waters of Pangong, our journey takes us on a dramatic descent into the enchanting Nubra Valley, an otherworldly landscape often called the desert in the sky. To reach this hidden gem, we must first conquer the legendary Khardung La, one of the world's highest motorable passes, where the air is thin and the views are breathtaking. As we descend, the landscape shifts dramatically. Barren, rocky slopes gradually soften into a lush, fertile valley, a transformation that feels almost magical. At the heart of Nubra, golden sand dunes stretch out beneath the watchful gaze of snow-capped Himalayan peaks, creating a surreal contrast that seems straight out of a dream. Here, double-humped Bactrian camels, living relics of the ancient Silk Road, roam freely. Their presence a reminder of the valley's rich history as a crossroads of cultures and trade. Riding a camel at sunset, with the sky ablaze in hues of orange and pink, is an experience that transports you to another era. With the mighty mountains as your backdrop, every moment here feels like a true adventure, one that stirs the soul and awakens a sense of wonder. But Nubra is more than just a desert. It's a vibrant oasis, lush with fields of sea buckthorn that paint the valley in shades of green and gold. Poplar and apricot trees line the riverbanks, their blossoms filling the air with sweet fragrance in spring and summer. Scattered throughout the valley are charming villages, where life moves at a gentle pace, watched over by the ancient Diskit monastery perched high on a hilltop. Nubra Valley challenges everything you thought you knew about the Himalayas, revealing a world where desert and greenery exist side by side. It's a place where history, nature, and adventure blend seamlessly, creating a wild, beautiful puzzle that invites exploration. Nubra is living proof that the greatest surprises often await in the most unexpected corners of the world, just waiting to be discovered. Now, to Tawang Monastery in Arunachal Pradesh, the largest in India, perched at 10,000 feet. The drive over Sela Pass strips away distractions, preparing you for the monastery's commanding presence above the Tawangchu Valley. Inside, the air hums with chanting monks, incense, and the sight of an 18-foot Buddha. The ancient murals and vibrant prayer flags tell stories of devotion and resilience. Sitting in the courtyard, you feel serenity and a deep connection to the Himalayas beyond. Tawang is more than a building. It's a beacon of peace where faith and nature meet. Here time slows and the mountains stand as silent guardians. Next, Rupkund, Skeleton Lake in Uttarakhand, a trek that tests your limits and curiosity. At over 16,000 feet, this glacial lake reveals hundreds of ancient skeletons when the snow melts, a mystery that's puzzled scientists for decades. The prevailing theory: a group of 9th century pilgrims perished in a sudden, deadly hailstorm. The trek itself is a journey through stunning meadows and towering peaks, contrasting beauty with the eerie discovery at the end. Rupkund is a stark reminder of nature's power and life's fragility. The real story is in the journey, camaraderie, challenge, and awe. Here, the mountains whisper secrets we may never fully understand. Our journey begins in the remote and breathtaking Zanskar Valley, nestled deep within the rugged mountains of Ladakh. We are here to take on the legendary Chadar Trek, a challenge that draws adventurers from around the world, eager to test themselves against nature's extremes. The trek takes us across the frozen Zanskar River, a shimmering sheet of ice that becomes our only path through the valley during the harshest months of winter. Each step forward is a dance with the elements as the river's surface cracks and groans beneath our feet. With temperatures plunging to minus 30 degrees Celsius, the cold is relentless. Our breath crystallizes in the air, and every movement is slowed by layers of clothing. Each day is a test of endurance, survival, and the will to keep moving forward despite the biting chill. The landscape is nothing short of magical. Frozen waterfalls hang like chandeliers from the cliffs, and the gorge's towering rock walls rise dramatically on either side. The silence is profound, broken only by the distant rumble of water beneath the ice. As night falls, we set up camp on the snowy riverbanks or seek shelter in ancient caves. Huddled together for warmth, we share stories and laughter, while the river continues its journey beneath the frozen surface, unseen but ever present. The Chadar Trek demands absolute focus and trust in our experienced guides, whose knowledge of the river and its moods is invaluable. Their guidance keeps us safe as we navigate treacherous patches of thin ice and shifting conditions. Along the way, we meet the resilient Zanskari people, whose warmth and hospitality shine through the cold. Their stories and traditions add depth to our adventure, reminding us of the enduring spirit of those who call this frozen land home. The Chadar Trek is more than just a physical journey, it's a pilgrimage into the very heart of winter, a transformative experience that leaves you forever changed, with memories etched into the ice and your soul. Welcome to Spiti Valley, Himachal Pradesh, a high-altitude desert between India and Tibet. The journey here is an adventure, crossing treacherous passes into a landscape of barren mountains and deep blue skies. Ancient monasteries like Ki and Tabo rise from the cliffs, centers of Tibetan Buddhism and peace. Life is tough, but the Spitian people's warmth and resilience shine through. Visiting villages like Langza or Hikim, you experience genuine connection, perhaps over a cup of butter tea. Spiti's remoteness forces you to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with yourself. It's a place for introspection, where the silence and space nourish your soul. In Himis National Park, Ladakh, we search for the elusive snow leopard, the grey ghost of the mountains. Trekking through rugged wilderness, you learn patience, tracking skills, and respect for the wild. The park teems with live blue sheep, golden eagles, ibex, and wolves. Local guides, masters of the land, lead you on this quest. If you're lucky, you'll spot a snow leopard, a moment of pure electric awe. The experience is humbling, a true pilgrimage for wildlife lovers. Here, you witness nature's raw beauty and the thrill of the unknown. Now to Kedarnath Temple, Uttarakhand, one of Hinduism's holiest sites, set against towering snow-clad peaks. The 16-kilometer trek is a journey of faith, with pilgrims chanting Har Har Mahadev along the Mandakini River. The ancient stone temple, resilient through centuries of disasters, stands as a symbol of divine protection. Inside, the air is thick with devotion, incense, and the energy of thousands of prayers. The 2013 floods devastated the area, but the temple endured, a testament to faith and resilience. Kedarnath is more than a trek. It's an immersion into India's spiritual heart. Here, faith and nature's might converge in a powerful, unforgettable experience. Our final wonder, Guru Dongma Lake, North Sikkim, one of the world's highest lakes at over 17,800 feet. The journey is grueling, the air thin, but the sight of the turquoise lake ringed by snowy peaks is pure magic. Sacred to Buddhists and Sikhs, legend says Guru Padmasambhava blessed the lake, keeping part of it unfrozen even in winter. Prayer flags flutter in the fierce wind and silence reigns. You can only stay briefly, but those moments are transformative. Guru Dongmar is more than a lake. It's a spiritual experience, a place of peace and awe. It's the perfect culmination of our Himalayan journey. Our journey through the Himalayas ends here, but the adventure never truly stops. If these wonders have inspired you, consider joining our community. Subscribe, share, and keep exploring. Until next time, stay curious and never lose your spirit of adventure.